I watched 2 more episodes. I'm not caught up at all.
With Alien Earth?
Yeah.
Isn't it great?
It's so good.
There's another episode out now, and I'm like, my wife and I watched this together, but maybe I'll just pretend to be surprised. That's crazy.
All right, welcome to This Week in Nerd History, a podcast where we talk about all the fun, dumb, nerdy stuff from the past, present, and future. I'm Mike. Joining me, as always, we've got AJ and Sal. How you guys doing?
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks again. I had to take another break last week. Deadlines and stuff are getting a little bit crazy for me. They're still a bit wild. Last week was just like too crazy. So took a week off. So back this week. We got a bunch of kind of random fun stuff. I'm forcing Mr. Plow into this episode.
Because of the season, you know, it being September, we should talk about Mr. Plow.
Mr. Plow.
Yes.
Yeah. It's extremely relevant.
On the Dorkly Discord, pumpkin party has come up again. It's
nice.
'Tis the season, so we need to figure that out.
Gotta start hashing
It is
that
pumpkin
out.
spice season now. It's officially September, which means it's almost October, which means all of my Halloween decorations are out already. We have skeletons.
You did it already?
In our, yeah, skeletons are in our yard.
Nice.
We're ready.
We have a neighbor with cobwebs all over their bushes. Like the fake kind. It's not.
Yeah.
But they're.
We did that one year. We bought the fake cobwebs and put them on our bushes, and we couldn't get them off for months.
Yeah.
So we are never doing that again.
And they will catch debris.
Yeah.
Like real debris, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They'll look kind of nice with all the fall leaves, but then they'll rot.
Yeah. And then it looks just awful.
AJ, I thought you were going to keep going where you're like, it is September, which means it's almost October, which means let's hear those sleigh bells ring-a-ling, ting, ting, ting.
I have a weird thing that I almost texted you guys the other day. For those of you listening, we have a text chain with the three of us and one of our producers, Julia. And I wrote, I didn't send it because I thought better of it. I don't know if you can read this.
Where are we on something human teeth? It's cut off.
Carving human teeth.
Carving?
What?
Where are we on carving
Nowhere.
human teeth?
What does that even mean?
Okay, it was Saturday night. It was 10:30. I had taken a gummy, so it was a little...
Okay, getting there.
It was a little getting there. And Dan and I were talking about, our neighbor had sent us a picture of like her son had just lost a tooth. And I was like, oh, you know, this reminds me, like my mom randomly gave me an envelope that had one of my baby teeth in it. And I like kind of recently, and Dan's like, where is it? And I was like, I don't even know where I put it. But I was like, what do I do with that? Like, what do I do with my baby tooth that I had given her, you know, as the tooth fairy like years and years ago? It's just in an envelope. And I'm like, do I keep it? Do I just throw it away? Like, is that weird to throw away a human tooth? Like, and then it just goes in a landfill or something? So I was like, then I started riffing on like, what do we, like, if I wanted to keep it, what do I do with it? Like, maybe I could carve it. Like, ivory is like similar to tooths and tooths. And people like carve ivory. So I'm like, you know, if I was religious, I could carve my tooth into a little cross or something, but I'm not. So I'm like, maybe I'll, you know, carve it into a little thing. And then I was like, oh my God, this is such a huge problem, because not only do I have at least this one tooth that my mom gave me, she probably has a bunch more that she's going to give me, but also my kids are losing their teeth. I have like 8 little baby teeth from Felix that have already fallen out, and he's just going to lose more and more teeth, and then Emmett's going to lose his teeth, and we're going to have a plethora of human teeth. And what do you do with them?
I think you got to get like a little fishbowl and fill it.
Yep.
And then
Just
people can go,
have
what
a-
is it? Just
That's
watch them.
human teeth.
Put a little
Yeah.
camera in your house that like watches that area, so you can see people go like, just so you can capture the moment when they realize that it's full of teeth.
You get like a glass bowl, put the teeth in there, and then like Jordan almonds or something that's kind of white too. Kind of the same thing, and just mix it up.
Yeah, just mix
So
it up.
people will reach in to get a snack and then pull out a human tooth
They
and
throw it
go,
in their mouth immediately. They crack a tooth because you can't break teeth.
Oh, put it in the bowl.
Oh, give me
well,
that.
Dan looked at, I was like, maybe we could carve them into little things. And Dan looked it up, and apparently like it's really hard to carve teeth because they will like split open and like just break.
So I guess you still don't know what you're going to do with the teeth, though. That's the
I
thing.
don't
No,
know what
still,
I'm going to do with the teeth.
Still a mystery, but I'm looking forward to getting updates on this. Just send that text so that we can be reminded.
I wouldn't even know what, if you sent that off, I'd be like
What even?
10:30 on a Saturday. I'd just be like, I don't know.
I'll wait for Mike to respond.
I just give like a just.
Well, I thought better. I
just
was
a
like,
thumbs up.
I should, but I thought, if anybody knows what to do with weird teeth carvings, it would be you guys, maybe.
I mean,
Hopefully.
that's fair. Yeah.
You could like, if you save them in a bowl, right, for when you're not using them, actively using them, and then if you did like little, like a jack-o'-lantern, if you did like a little
you could
one,
like put them
right,
into,
put the
like
teeth in
stick
there.
them into a pumpkin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really
Yeah.
creepy and
Yeah.
fun.
They
Little
make those
extra.
horrible, I think they're called ugly dolls, where it's like a doll, but they like put what looks like human teeth in their mouths.
Oh,
I could make
no.
actual
You could
dolls
make a
with
real
human
ugly
teeth.
doll.
Yeah.
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 God, just make a horrifying like doll of your kids with their teeth in
With
there.
their
Yes.
teeth in it.
Yeah.
You know, it is actually not a bad experiment. We were Mike and I were talking about eBay off mic. Just list a couple and see how much they go for.
See if people want to buy some, just list as human teeth.
Yeah.
That's like their DNA. Like, I
I
don't know
know.
if like, could it be like planted at a crime scene or something? Like,
Maybe. Although
Sure.
they wonder what like an 8-year-old boy was doing in Cincinnati, Ohio at this murder
Right?
case.
but like, who knows? Like, that's actual DNA that
Yeah.
exists.
So what we're saying is send us your teeth.
Send
care
us
of
your teeth.
Mike specifically at Dorkly.
I watched 2 more episodes. I'm not caught up at all still, but
With
of,
Alien Earth?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's fucking great.
Nice.
Isn't it
Wow.
great?
So good.
There's another episode out now, and I'm like, my wife and I watched this together, but maybe I'll just pretend to be surprised. That's crazy.
I have to watch it immediately. Otherwise, Dan will watch it without me.
Meanwhile, we're also like at least 2 episodes behind Peacemaker because the show is great and it's like super depressing because it's really about like addiction. Like this dude is like, I'm addicted to an alternate reality where life is better. And I'm like, oh, duh.
Oh,
So
no.
we're both like, oh my God. Like it's just so like real, but also so fantastical, but like, oh no. So we're like, hey, you want to watch
Nope.
this movie
Not
or this show
today.
about what we would definitely do if we had access to an alternate door? No, I don't. It's basically like a Black Mirror episode with more color.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I loved season 1. I haven't watched any of season 2 yet. I'm gonna kind of just like catch up in a bulk. Yeah.
It's more suited to James Gunn's sensibilities. Like, I like Superman a lot. And then Peacemaker, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, this is, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I appreciate Superman. I think it's great. But also, you're supposed to be making movies like this about these people who are just trash bags of human beings.
Has James Gunn ever explained why like every movie that he's done has like, you know, Rocket or Eagly or
Right, like an animal.
yeah.
I think it's just he likes them.
Yeah. It's just, it works. He makes it work all the time.
He does.
I'm a sucker for it every single time.
Yeah. There's a whole extended sequence of Eagly. There's an action sequence for Eagly in one of the more recent episodes.
Oh, really?
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
And you could feel it. Like, the episode is not showing you at all. And I'm like, I think Eagly's going to do something crazy in this episode. Just a testament to his filmmaking prowess. I'm like,
It's like the
I know
opposite of like Wes Anderson movies where a pet dies in every Wes Anderson movie or like an animal dies.
Yeah.
This one he's just like, animals are awesome. I'm going to just give them like a cool sequence.
That's what I want as an animal fan. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're not going to, although Alien did kill a cat. You know, we were sad
that's-
about that.
yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but it was so raw and dope. I was like, I'm going to forgive that
I know.
because it was so cool. The show really likes that eyeball bug.
Yeah.
They're like,
I
that's
do
the
too.
alien.
That's
I'm like-
that's what I'm about. Like,
It's got
it's going deep
personality.
on it.
It's weird.
I think it's like sentient. Like I think it's like a person.
The entire arc is for the eyeball and not for anything else.
xenomorph?
I think the xenomorphs are just an amusing side character.
Yeah, they're like a cameo. Yeah, they're like, sorry I interrupted the eyeball story.
Yep.
Enjoy.
You did. It's got it in for something. It's
Yeah.
got plans. It's making moves.
It
It's
is
so
making moves.
good.
I love that part because when you guys were talking about it too in the second episode when Xenomorph just rips through that whole foppish party there.
Yeah.
I saw it coming. I'm just like, oh, they're going door to door. I'm like, oh, there's the fop. I was like, it's coming. Man, it did not disappoint. It was so great.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, we
So
did not.
good.
Yeah, it's great.
I might want to watch that scene again even.
It was actually like one of the things I was kind of curious about for Xenomorphs. Like, why did they pick some to like turn into like the eggs?
Yeah.
And then the others, they just like rip
They
apart.
slaughter.
Yeah.
I
Hard
think
to,
it's because
hard
like
to tell.
I assume that in like Aliens, they are drones sent by the Queen, so they know to bring them. But if this is like a lone alien, it's like, I'm in an environment with, I know there's no eggs, so it's open season.
I hope that they kind of dig into that a little bit because we've got a little bit of both going on.
It would be
right
nice
now.
to get some clarity on, like,
on
why. So
Yeah.
at least there can be some rules, so it won't just be weird.
Why does he rip through an entire foppish party and murder
Yeah.
everybody?
Right.
But
Like,
then
cut them in
with the
half.
brother,
Right.
who we conveniently need the brother to be alive, the brother
Yeah.
just gets pulled into, a trailer and says, like, a trap, apparently? He said
Yeah.
he was a trap, but I was
Yeah.
like, is that what's happening? Because I don't think that was it.
So since we're still kind of in today in nerd history, I'll mention really quick, on November 17th, Deadpool Batman crossover comes out. I'm the comic book guy, so I got to talk about this. But I'm so excited because I've been waiting for another Marvel DC crossover forever. I hope the sales are great. I pre-ordered it. God knows what variant cover I'm going to get. This is an anthology book where the main story is Deadpool and Batman crossover. DC has one, Marvel has one. So right now, September 17th, Marvel's Deadpool and Batman #1 will come out. And then in November, DC's Batman and Deadpool will come out. They will not be related. They will not be part 1 and 2. They can be their own different separate crossovers. So in addition to your Deadpool and Batman, you're also going to get Daredevil meeting Green Arrow. And that'll be about 8 pages long. And that's written by Kevin Smith with art by Adam Kubert. After that, there'll be a Captain America and Wonder Woman crossover. Again, much shorter than that. I want to say 4 to 6 pages long. That's Chip Zdarsky and Terry Dodson, which is a great combination. And then you're going to get Jeff the Landshark meeting Crypto from Kelly Thompson and Guri Hero. That's going to be like a couple pages. I think that's great. These are awesome ideas. Again, what does this have to... I know people who are like, boo, who cares? Crossover's lame. And I'm like, how dare you?
Yeah.
It's so rare
it's
they
fun,
do them,
man.
and it's
How
so
dare you.
fun. Like, I love camaraderie. I love seeing, like, companies put aside their differences or their, like, disdain for each other to, like, make a product for the audience. Like, it's really cool. So just, don't buy it if you don't like it so much. I know you're going to want to know what happens, so don't even start.
I watched The Flash a lot on the CW, and there was a crossover with The Flash that I was mad about because I was like, I don't know who these characters are. Now I gotta go watch their shit. Now I gotta
They're
be
hoping.
invested in other stuff. And I was like, no, I'm just watching The Flash. I'm just watching Barry. That's it.
What was the other show? Do you
I
remember?
don't remember. I think it was the Green Lantern.
There is a character from, I want to say Law & Order, Munch,
Mhm.
who, oh God, is it Richard Belzer?
Yeah, Richard Belzer.
So Richard Belzer, like, I don't think, I assume he wasn't a very good actor, and so he just was like, every time I'm in a show, I'm playing Munch.
Because he was a stand-up comic.
He's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
He's just playing
actually-
himself. a
And I
version
did
of himself.
love whenever Munch showed up, but like, Munch showed up in a lot of shows where they're like, we need a detective, we'll hire Richard Belzer, and Richard Belzer's like, I'm Munch.
And they're like, all
And
right,
they're like, this isn't that show. And he's
Whatever
like,
you
doesn't
want.
matter.
doesn't matter, I'm Munch.
Was
And I'm like, okay.
was it literally like the character's name is Munch too?
Was Munch, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's in my contract. I
I
only
know.
play
Yeah.
Munch.
Richard Belzer has played Munch on 11 different shows,
What?
including Sesame
Huge
Street.
Expanded universe.
So Munch is like either proof that all those shows exist in the same universe, or he is a multiversal traveler.
I think it's that one. I'm
I
gonna
hope
go
so
with
because
number
he's
2.
from like SVU, like the yeah,
He's from
like the
he's
sex
from Law and
crimes
Order.
one. Yeah.
He's from the original Law
You
and Order.
don't
He's
want
from-
sex
he was-
crimes and Sesame Street
No.
overlapping.
No.
That's not a thing that you want.
No, he was on all the Law and Orders, which don't, those are all in the same universe. But like, he was on Arrested Development as Munch, The Wire, Homicide, Life on the Street, 30 Rock, apparently, and The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
This is ludicrous.
Oh shit.
He was also an American Dad.
Now I
as
feel like
Munch.
if given infinite Groundhog Days, I would have a Munch marathon.
Yeah,
Just try to connect all those universes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he also, because he was on Saint Elsewhere, they're like, oh, so all of the worlds, every show he's on are in the same universe, and those universes are created by Tommy Westphal in the Snow Globe. So it's like, is your show real, or is it a imagination of an autistic boy from a show from like 100 years ago?
Yeah.
and just check the munch chart.
I wonder how that works, just in terms of like Munch is a character, is a Law and Order character. So like, do they have to clear all that shit? Like, does Sesame Street have to clear it with fucking Dick Wolf?
I don't know.
You can
and I think the way they work it out is they go,
you can just name your character Munch, and who's
but if it's
like
the same guy doing the same, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right? Like Munch was on X-Files.
That's so fun.
So X-Files and Law and Order are the same universe.
All right, this is Indulge Mike in Nerd History segment here. I texted these guys yesterday. I was like, maybe we all watch Mr. Plow and talk about Mr. Plow.
But neither of us did.
But I don't need to. I've got it all up
to
here.
To be fair, Sal knows it by heart. I've seen it. I've definitely seen it because I read your text and I was like, what? That name again is Mr. Plow. Like, I know I've seen it.
I don't have time for this. I'm collecting teeth. Let me just get back to my teeth.
I'm counting teeth.
Friggin', yeah.
I mean, I'll start too. When AJ blew my mind a little bit when you're talking about how you were on Reddit and people were like, the Mr. Plow episode is terrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, who?
There was at least one person that was like, why is Mr. Plow on so many different lists of the best Simpsons episodes? Because they're like, Mr. Plow is subpar. It's a 6.5 out of 10 at best.
What the fuck are you talking? That is so
That's
crazy.
Rage bait. They are not doing that.
Maybe.
It's gotta be. I mean, what the fuck?
I mean, he said like he just honestly doesn't get it, that he just doesn't think it's that funny compared to other episodes.
He doesn't get it. Yeah.
Those things, I don't take a lot of things like personally. I like for one of those kind of things, it's like, what is your favorite episode then? Like, what do you think is your favorite one? And then it's just some dog shit one that's just like,
exactly. It's that Family Guy reference where it's like, I love the Money Pit. That is my answer to that statement.
I don't like the guy. It insists on itself.
I did not care for the guy. It insists upon itself. That's so funny. I say it all the time. That's another one where I'm like, it insists upon itself. But it's like, that's what I want to say when I'm basically saying I don't like something, but I can't justify why because I'm an idiot.
Well, I watched it again today. I hadn't watched it in a long time. I started watching like a little bit of it the day before, and I was like, holy shit, there's so many things. And then I just watched it like right before we were recording. But it was Season 4, 1992. The basic premise of it, Homer totals his car, crashes it into Marge's car, goes to a car show to try to get a new car, ends up coming home with a plow because the guy talked him into like, you can pay off the payments by, plowing driveways. Just some behind the scenes fact stuff. Dan Castanella won an Emmy for that episode.
Really?
Yeah, because it was Homer and Barney. This was the first episode where like Barney was more than just like a joke. He had a little bit of like a story to him, or had a pretty big story to him. Conan was a producer during that time on this episode. He said it was several people said it was like the most complete pitch ever in the writer's room. Yeah. And Adam West's daughter said it's what gave her dad's career like its second act.
It did. It absolutely did. Like that show, I was maybe tangentially aware of Adam West when I saw this episode for the first time. And like I was aware of the Batman show, but I didn't think about it, outside of like the context of watching it as the Batman show. But Adam West and the whole like, remember the Batusi? Like him being unhinged and insane, like that's his appearance on Family Guy is just an extension of this joke from The Simpsons.
Absolutely. Yep.
Like, you have to remember the context, by the way. Batman Returns had come out.
Yep.
That's the only thing people knew about Batman. So like, look, here's a picture of me with Robin. Who the hell's Robin? I don't know who Robin is. And he's like, Michelle Pfeiffer. The only other Catwoman is
I know. I can't remember. Yeah. And Eartha Kitt.
Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather, and Eartha Kitt.
Damn, holy shit.
Damn.
There we go.
Bravo. That was fucking
Pure
crazy.
West. Anyway. But there's so much more. But yeah, she's right. It completely did.
I watched a fair amount of his Batman, like the 70s Batman, and like his movie and stuff like that. And so you get like how cheesy or kitschy or whatever it is, campy. That's the word I was looking for. But then to see him like make fun of himself and just play like I'm a crazy person at a car show, and like I was just like, holy shit, that's fantastic. It was just like burned into my brain like instantaneously that this is like the funniest fucking thing. Just reading a little bit more about stuff that was going on in the show, like during that time, like he would do a lot of those car shows because that was like there was comic conventions or Comic-Con, but it wasn't as like mainstream. So like car shows was where you would go to sign autographs and just kind of be seen or whatever, make some cash.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's fucking crazy.
I remember going to a car show with my dad at that age back then. And like, he wasn't there, but the Batmobile was.
Yeah, right. That makes yeah. Oh my god.
He could have been there.
He might have been there. Just like, I gotta take a leak.
There was shit. I forgot to write the writer's name
John
down.
Vitti.
John, thank you. He wrote in Adam West for the pure hope to just meet him, to like be able to meet him and like during the voice record and stuff. And like when Adam West was there, like everybody showed up. Like normally it's just like at that point it was season 4. They were kind of getting their legs under. It was a fantastic season, all that kind of stuff. But like normally during the records, they were just getting into like guests as well. But like it would just be limited people there, like the director and a couple of writers. But it was like everybody went there to go see Adam West and like just be in the room and just like it was such like a big deal to everybody there. Just like you were saying, like the Adam West in Family Guy. I don't think there's like it's a secret or anything like that. It was just like, yeah, he's a perfect kind of off the wall.
Weird.
Yeah, weird can deliver lines like crazy sounding, but also like be a weird straight man for it as just like a perfect unhinged person of authority, just a perfect use of like his voice acting ability and stuff.
Yeah.
Just watching through this episode, there's like I was saying earlier, it felt so different than like, I don't know, just any other Simpsons episode. There's a lot of just like short, almost like one-off sketches in it where I was like, holy shit. Like when before he goes to the car show and he goes to fucking like Zaslav's or whatever. And it's just like, it's just like this like Eastern European guy selling this like weird,
car.
I fucking wrote
with
it.
Like a mosquito on the front.
God, it gets 300 hectares to a single liter of kerosene.
Put it in H.
Put it in H. Like those things, like when we're saying like things that I will just say without context or without an audience or whatever, just like anytime there's a car that just seems remotely foreign and old, I'll just say that out loud. Put it in H. And it's just like,
yeah.
God.
Put it in H is the same joke, is the same level of quality as Bart drinking Malk made with vitamin R. Oh, my bones are so brittle.
There's an actual product, Malk.
I know, now they make Malk.
I tweeted it at the writer. I forget her name. She wrote that episode. And I tweeted her a picture of the Malk, and she just like she liked it or whatever. But I was like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting much. It was like, hey, look, it's an actual thing.
Right? They made Malk.
Yeah. Like,
Who made Malk? Why?
It's
a company.
It's a milk
like
alternative.
not milk.
Yeah,
It's like their way of branding that.
But I was like,
yeah.
It's oat milk.
Yeah, it has so many great like extended. I mean, even just the opening where like they're watching TV. I love when they're watching TV and they're just like, let's just take a minute to look at the madness that the Simpsons watch.
I could just laugh without even like the context of and just say things that happen in it just for myself to make myself laugh, but just to put some like context around like some of the other things like with Troy McClure, like you may remember me from such, the other one that I'll say is anytime someone mentions or you on TV or whatever, like Hercules, I have to say the erotic adventures of Hercules. It's just, there's so many, I don't know. They're all just like perfectly crafted to be dumb and memorable in a way that just like, I don't know, burns into my brain and just will never leave. Some of the other stuff that I was reading about in it, spoilers, but Barney becomes the Plow King and he becomes just a real asshole.
Yeah, he like because the idea is like we established Barney has like a dead end job or like that he is constantly looking for better work. He's famously naked in a baby's diaper with like a bonnet on, giving away like flyers for something. And so yeah, like he hears Homer suggest, like Homer's like, I'm going to do this. And he's like, oh, me too. And I'm like, that is so like real. Mm-hmm. Like just, you think you're talking to somebody about like something you're doing and then they just take your idea. And he feels no remorse. You can see this like, like Barney's just like, we don't, and forgive me, we don't go home with him. We don't like see the turmoil that Barney wrecks with. Like, it's just Barney takes Homer's idea. And so now Homer is, and it almost works. That's the thing, is like Homer's job of being the Plow, of being Mr. Plow is so crappy and slipshod and lame, but it starts to work. Like, he's actually starting to like get jobs. Mm-hmm. And then Barney throws a monkey wrench into it.
He's got the bigger plow with like the big dump truck back and everything like that, and he's the plow king instead of Mr. Plow. Everything's like one up and better. He's got Linda Ronstadt as a spokeswoman.
A singer I did not know existed until I saw this episode. Linda Ronstadt, how'd you get her? We were looking for a project to do for a little while. That's it. Just what?
She's such a good Barney.
You're an alcoholic in a bar all the time. You don't have projects. That's the non sequitur that works so well in that episode.
It's so fucking great. They do a really interesting thing here too, because for me it doesn't quite justify Barney's behavior, but like they do the flashback of like and reveal that Homer was the one who first introduced Barney to drinking
beer. Yeah,
right. And he does the whole like classic the Wolfman transformation into drunk Barney. Like, where have you been all my life? So. Like that part, it's kind of built in there to make you like sympathize with, like, oh, okay, well, Homer's kind of had it coming. He essentially ruined Barney's life,
right?
But like for me, like it just doesn't quite catch that it's like Barney still comes off as just like a huge asshole. I mean, he shoots Homer's tires out, bashing his cardboard cutout with a baseball bat, like, all these things, and then. It's kind of just all over the place. Like Homer also fake calls Barney to go plow like the Widow's Peak or whatever.
Yeah.
And he gets trapped up there. So it's just like it's an unbalanced episode in terms of that, where it's just like, these guys are just like super cutthroat and mean to each other, which felt out of place at the time. But like, that was kind of the only sticking point to me in these ones, where like Barney's just, I get it. The pure comedic value is fucking hilarious.
Yes.
But like,
he's never like this in any other episode.
Exactly. Yeah. So that always threw me off.
He's just really motivated.
Well, maybe it's like a cautionary tale about business and how, it can really change people.
There's a part Conan wrote the joke in there. So when Homer realizes like Barney's in trouble, and then he goes up the mountain to go save him, and he's like almost falling off the cliff, and like he turns the radio dial that way, and it like kicks him back over.
Yep.
Conan wrote that gag, and Conan said that was his son's like favorite gag from that episode. And Conan realized he's like, my son's never even seen a radio like that in real life before, because it's just like at the time like those had already been phased out to just like digital ones. And Conan was like, he's like, that's my generation's of writers' version of like Wile E. Coyote with an anvil. Like, we didn't know what an anvil was, but we only knew what it was because of Wile E. Coyote. He's like, who's got an anvil? Who uses an anvil? I was like, that's a really interesting, but
yeah.
I don't know.
When we see a montage of like Mr. Plow helping the town and like fixing things, and of course like it only makes things worse, like he plows out the Quickie Mart so it can get robbed, and he plows out the school so Bart's the least popular person in school. It's not enough that like, it's such a good ramping up. Like they clear out I think Skinner and Willie are talking. He's like, oh, we're gonna have to close the schools. And then Mr. Plow comes through, and like the snow stops, and like Bart's bus arrives, and Skinner's like, we won't miss a minute of school thanks to your father. And it's like, that'd be enough. And then for no reason, they completely recreate the sequence from The Godfather when Sonny is assassinated. By way of the kids in school hitting Bart with snowballs. What? Like, why are we recreating the Godfather scene in here?
So great.
And they did the same thing with, when like Maggie hits Homer in the head with a mallet, and we're like, let's do the psycho death scene in the shower. And I'm like, what are we doing? And it's just, I don't know. Thought it'd be funny. Just a weird reference.
A perfect example of that from this article I was reading, William Friedkin, I'm not familiar with. He was a big fan of The Simpsons. Was the writer of a 1977 movie, Sorcerer, and there's like a famous bridge scene in there. And so they were like, let's put a joke in there strictly only for him. And it was they just recreated a famous scene from that movie. And like 24 years later, they heard that he saw it and loved it, and they had no idea. But like, so those sort of things, like that's what makes The Simpsons so great. Is like, yeah, sure, we'll put the Godfather reference in there real quick, and then a scene from Source, or like, that one was totally. There's so many parts in there where it's like, I'm like, that's from something. I'm assuming because it's super specific.
Well, like
It's
you
so
said, like
specific.
that's the Looney Tunes effect.
Yeah.
You know, like rabbits don't like carrots.
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny is doing an impression of a comedian from before them with like a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. People think Nimrod means stupid person
I know.
because of Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
When in reality, Nimrod was a great hunter.
Yep. Amazing episode. Watching it again, I was just like, oh my God. Now I just need to go back and just watch a bunch more because they're so fucking good. So many just parts where I was just like, I don't know, that so many parts that I was like, holy shit, this is all in the same episode. There's
Yes.
like just so many things where things I would just quote or just things I remember that are just super funny. And I just assumed they're just like spread across seasons 4 through 7 or something. But I was like, oh my God, this is just all in one thing. It's just fucking insane.
Not even
So
God himself can stop it.
I know.
Oh,
They bring in
no.
God. I can melt all this snow.
Well, like, that's a reference I'll make occasionally where I'm like, you know, ironically like, well, not even God himself can stop us now. And it's knowing full well I will be stopped.
Go watch old Simpsons, everybody.
It's a great show. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but The Simpsons. Check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is
A
it still
lesser
on?
known
I know.
niche show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we're from the universe where The Critic took off and not The Simpsons. A show I also love, and occasionally like somebody on TikTok like remembers and throws up a clip, and people are like, "This is hilarious. What is this?" I'm like, "Where were you
I know.
when I was watching this show alone
It
and making
stinks.
references to it like it was The Simpsons?"
All right. This is Yesterday in Nerd History, and AJ is going to do a complete retrospective of She-Ra.
Pretty much. Guys, I don't know if you know, but 2 days ago, as of our taping, which is September 9th, in 1985, Princess of Power, She-Ra Princess of Power, first dropped. That means 40 years ago was the series. I feel like I'm so excited that I'm not even speaking correctly. My sentences don't
2 days
make
ago
sense.
was 40 series days.
Do we start this over?
Put it in H.
Nope. Put it in H. We're rolling now. Keep going.
I can't even talk straight. Okay, so first, before I get into, I have so many notes. I have so much info that I'm gonna power through it pretty quickly. I also have some visual aids to go with it because
Great.
what good is anything without visual aids? But first, I want to know, what do you guys know about She-Ra? Do you know her backstory? Do you know where she comes from? All of that, whatnot. Tell me what you know, and then I'll fill in the blanks.
What I know is not correct. So I'll start with that.
Yes,
All right.
go.
I always thought that she was He-Man's girlfriend, or they were a couple. Okay, right? That's not correct.
Nope.
No.
Yep.
Not his girlfriend.
Sister?
Yup.
What?
Yup. And in fact, twin sister. They are twins. He-Man and She-Ra are twins, and their real names are Adam and Adora.
Adora.
Yup. What do you got, Sal?
I know that so her Prince Adam and Princess Adora's mom is from Earth. And
Oh, is she? I don't know that, but
yeah, you
Ooh,
find that in
alright.
the Christmas special,
oh,
which apparently is free on YouTube, or
It
you
is.
could have
It's on
bought it on
YouTube.
Blu-ray like an idiot like me. It
You
is
have it
2
on
hours.
Blu-ray?
Of course, I
It's
watch it
2
every
hours?
Christmas.
no, it's not.
It feels like 2 hours, is it not? Is it? Oh, it's 25 minutes.
It's 44 minutes without
That's-
commercials. It was
That
an
is
hour
very
special.
long. It's very long because it's a lot of Orko, but it does have some great Skeletor stuff in there. It doesn't matter. The point is, yes, I know that He-Man and She-Ra are brother and sister. I know that she lives in another universe. It's not even like another planet. It's like another friggin' universe.
Something like that.
Of
I thought it was
I
a
don't remember.
planet.
it,
That
it
he's
is-
on
oh,
one
she's on a
planet and she's on another planet.
Yeah.
But the names of the planets are very similar. It's like
Eternia is
Adam,
He-Man's.
Right. Yeah.
And there's Etheria, I think.
Etheria, yeah.
Is hers. And the idea was like she was created because they were like, we're crushing it in the action figure market. Can we make can we make action figures for girls?
Heck yeah,
We
you can.
Gave a
Absolutely.
division over there.
Guess
Yeah.
who owned a She-Ra? Right here, baby. This one.
Yeah, she has a better theme song than Master of the Universe. It's jazzier and more fun.
Was it the same sort of like format?
Exactly the same show.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It was 100% the same effing show. Same, like, terrible filmation, animation, reused all the time, ad nauseum. I had a lot of She-Ra figures as a kid. Again, I wasn't old enough to, like, get them off the shelf, but I did get them secondhand. And, like, a friend of mine, when I was a kid...
I'm sharing
had
this
a ton of He-Man figures, and so I was like, I want He-Man figures. My mom clearly got me She-Ra figures.
Aw. I remember that I had a She-Ra, although this one, you can tell her skirt is all effed up. She had a fuller skirt than this.
I think that's cool. I mean,
her chest was just plastic painted with a little gem in it, and then her cape and her skirt were removable. But I remember, like, she had these gold boots that, like, you can't take off because they're just part of her body. And she could hold something, but I don't know what because it was lost, whatever it was.
Sword.
Sure. Why not? She could hold something.
But yeah, it was a great it was a cool show. I mean, as cool as Master of the Universe. Just, Hordak was a more scary villain. Horde Prime was a more scary villain.
I gotta look up. I can't remember.
I also had this guy.
Oh, that's Cowl.
Cowl. Yes, you know this name. I love that. Like, of course you know these things.
And Cowl.
I had this little guy. His face is plastic, but his body has like this like sort of fuzzy texture to it, so it gets real fucked up.
What do you put in his belly there? That opens.
I
up
don't
to
know.
something,
It
right?
swings
that clearly
up.
Opens
I don't
up. You
remember.
put Luke Skywalker in there.
I think it just falls off. You don't put anything in there.
Yeah.
Put your weed in there.
Cowl. You put your weed in there. Sure, why not?
Put your weed in there.
I definitely watched She-Ra and probably He-Man, but I don't remember like any of it from being a kid. All I remember is the figures that I had, which is these two and a couple other ones.
Which means the show worked.
It worked.
It was a toy commercial.
Yeah, seriously.
It was a toy commercial.
AJ, can you put that one last one back up? What was that character's name?
Cowl.
Cowl.
Yeah, he's a cross between a koala and an owl. So
it's a weird
Cowl.
choice to do the eyes just looking in one direction.
Mm-hmm. He always looks like something's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, no.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what's in my tummy.
Her first screen appearance was in the He-Man and She-Ra, The Secret of the Sword movie, which was 91 minutes long. It had a budget of $2 million, and it grossed over $6 million, which is insane. This was this movie came out in March of 1985, and then the series, the She-Ra Princess of Power series, started September of that year. So, like, this movie super launched her.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool. And then, so the backstory is that She-Ra and He-Man are twin brother and sister, and she was stolen as like maybe an infant. I don't know. I didn't I read some of the stuff, but she was stolen by the evil horde, by Hordak and the evil horde, and she was raised by them. And actually, in like, if you go to her Wikipedia page, it has like family, like if she was a real person, it would have like family, like brother, sister, whatever. And it has Hordak listed as her adoptive father, which I think is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Because she was stolen.
Right? Like, that's not a father. That's a
That's
kidnapper.
not an adoptive father. That's a kidnapper.
No.
But she was raised, and her name was Despera as like she was raised. And then
That's
she
awesome.
like... He-Man came and saved her and told her, like, her name is Adora. She's Princess Adora. And then when she has the sword that is the counterpart to He-Man's sword, she becomes She-Ra. So that's the little backstory.
Yeah. And she's
deal.
like, Despair is a way cooler name. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to stick with that.
I mean, she should have. But
Yeah.
so the movie launched her, and then the series started in September. And then in December of that year was the Christmas special, which I also have an image for because I was like, oh my God, this is just, I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at this. The Christmas special.
Oh my God.
I also had this little guy that's flying.
That's
I don't
Orko.
remember. Orko?
Orko.
Okay,
Yeah.
I had one of him. I had
Nice.
this crazy looking motherfucker with
Madame
a hat
Raz.
face. I don't know what that is.
What was it,
I
I'm
probably had a Skeletor.
Madame Raz.
Madame Raz.
But I definitely had Cowl. And
Cal's
like when
awesome.
I saw this poster, it like unlocked memories for me. I was like, I had an Orga. I didn't even know that was like I was playing with these characters, but I didn't know that they were necessarily She-Ra, He-Man characters. I just played with them all the time.
Just when I was thinking of looking at Orko at the end of like He-Man episodes, he would have like a little extra scene, and it, like a lot of it was like he was hidden somewhere in the scene, I think.
Okay.
But you had to like find him.
Find him?
Yeah, but I remember getting so pissed off because it was like you get like half a second to try and find him. It's like, where am I? Oh, too late. Like, give me a fucking second, Orko.
Give me a minute. Give me a second. I can't pause the TV yet.
Yeah.
This is in 1998.
It's gone forever. I'm never going to see this episode again.
Right. I don't have $20,000 to spend on a VCR. God help me if I had a tape. I'd have to erase it and lose my baby video.
Yeah. Tape over.
So I could finally pause it and look at what Orko's up to.
In 1987, there was a Masters of the Universe film, and she was supposed to be in it. But the director decided, no, let's focus on just He-Man. And then she'll be in the sequel. But the sequel got canned.
Yeah.
And it never happened.
As did the company that made the movie.
But here's a weird fucking thing. The whatever was supposed to be the sequel was rewritten into the movie Cyborg, a Van Damme movie, supposedly. And Nadie Simmons in this movie is who would have been the equivalent of She-Ra in this movie. It was rewritten to be this weird ass thing. If you've ever seen this movie, please tell me in the comments, is it worth watching? If so, I will track it down because I want to know what the sequel to Masters of the Universe would have looked like.
Right? Yeah.
It's just weird. Like, what do you even do with this? What do you do with that?
I think they did this for an episode of How Did This Get Made?
Oh, cool.
Maybe it got made
I've never
because
seen
somebody was
Cyborg.
like, I wrote this movie for She-Ra and it got canceled, so now we want to make it a Cyborg movie.
That's fucking hilarious.
I mean,
Isn't that amazing?
None of this tells me it's a She-Ra movie at all.
No.
So
None of it.
I'd be disappointed.
No.
So after she was canned from a sequel, they did a Masters of the Universe Classics toy line in 2008, and she was given one of those. They had little mini comics and action figures with a bio on the packaging, and she was one of those. Then she shows up in DC Comics in 2012. They gave her a full series as a lead-in to her going into the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe series that went until 2020. Mm-hmm. This is maybe my favorite thing. In 2012, she appears in the mobile game He-Man Masters of, or the most powerful game in the universe. I have a visual for this as well. Hold on. Because I was like, this icon is so cute. I love it. He-Man,
Nice.
the most powerful game in the universe. If you played this game, oh my God, please tell me what it was like, because I looked it up in the App Store and it doesn't exist anymore. I'm so sad about that. But I mean, come
It's
on.
pretty
Exactly
accurate
that.
looking. Like, it looks like a faithful kind of like depiction of old school He-Man, which I like a lot.
Right? It looks adorable. I would have played this game, whatever it was. It was some kind of a site. You can like look up info on like how the play was or whatever. But I don't know. It's super fun.
That smile. It's a very specific. I don't really know what the expression or what he's trying to.
Yeah, right? Like,
He's
he looks like he's trying to sell me soda.
Yeah.
He's
Or
just got to tell you
toothpaste.
something.
Yeah. He may have had a fucking stroke.
Yeah.
He probably did.
Or he got new veneers.
He did.
How do I look, Arco?
Smoking.
So since then, She-Ra's been in, there's a Netflix reboot. Where am I? She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
Yep.
So it's plural now.
Nothing controversial about that show at all. No reason to bring it up at all. People freaked out. I don't know why. But it's over. So who cares?
It's over. In September of 2021, Amazon announced a live-action She-Ra series that was supposed to be in development with DreamWorks Animation, executive producing. But the only thing we've heard since then was October of last year, they announced that a writer signed on. But there's been no other info.
Yeah, that's not
So
happening.
is this happening? Probably not. It's so many years later.
Where was it? Amazon Prime? So
It's supposed to be, Amazon.
I don't think it's...
It's not
Yeah, I think
happening.
it's happening.
So last year we did get Netflix had Masters of the Universe Revolution, and She-Ra does appear as Despera.
Oh.
Well, I think this is one of the cooler things about She-Ra is that He-Man was made, the He-Man show, right? He-Man Masters of the Universe was entirely based on the Masters of the Universe toy line. But She-Ra was a joint with Mattel and Filmation, the group that started doing He-Man 2 years before She-Ra was released. So there were two people that are uncredited writers, Larry DiTillo and J. Michael Straczynski, who were responsible for like the initial group of characters and premise that was She-Ra, Princess of Power. And then the later characters were designed by Mattel. But so that's kind of cool that like they designed her to be the show first and then toy second.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And of course, J. Michael Straczynski created Babylon 5 and was a big-time writer on the Real Ghostbusters cartoon show. And
of course, you know all of this information. I love that so much.
I'm familiar with J. Michael Straczynski because he's a prolific author who has written a lot of comic books and TV shows and worked on probably one of your favorite cartoon shows. Like at some point he wrote, because he was just a working writer in the like mid 80s. So he was writing for everything.
I don't know about though not having it toy based first though. I don't appreciate that.
I feel like that's really where the integrity starts.
Exactly.
Is in the molded plastic.
So 1 month ago, there was a title reveal for Masters of the Universe. I did some digging and I was able to find some, hold on, where's my freaking...
We just brought the crazy back.
Plushies?
What? Exclusive! Exclusive imagery.
Whoa.
Oh my God! Did they get him?
Sharkrobot.com.
He's doing more. He's moving even better than he was before.
All right, gang. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're watching us on YouTube or on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, give us a like, give us a comment. What's something everybody can comment? What's your who do you like more, She-Ra or He-Man's villains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which villain? Can
are
you tell the
better?
difference?
They have like very like one-to-one counterparts for like almost everything. It's like, all right, I've got a sidekick, you've got a sidekick. I've got an animal friend, you've got an animal friend.
Yep.
I want to shout out to Lightning Wolves, which is basically...
I know. It's everything. it's He-Man. It's
everything we just talked
She-Ra,
about.
it's
hilarious.
Thundercats.
If you're not familiar with Lightning Wolves, look for it. I can't even I don't know. Can we plug it? Can we link to it?
Do we even own it enough?
Do we even own it?
No, we never owned it. It's one of Comedy Central's YouTube channel or something. It's on there.
Comedy Central in the corner there.
Yeah, the whole show is on Animated. A channel on YouTube. Oh, Comedy Central Animated. It's just all. It's at Animated on YouTube.
Animated. Yeah.
At Animated. Check it out. It's so much fun. We had a blast fucking making it. And it's basically the adult version of He-Man.
Jaleel White's audio was so bad in it. Spoiler alert, he shows up at the end. That we tried to put filters on it and stuff. And then what was the solution that we had? Because he was like, I think we had him put the mask back on. Fuck, I can't remember. We had to do something to be like, his audio's bad for a reason. Here's the reason. Shit, I can't remember. I don't even know why I brought it up. I can't remember what the fuck I'm talking about.
I can't remember.
I was being like, this audio is terrible.
It was like terrible audio.
Yeah.
This was recorded in COVID.
Yeah. During
right?
COVID. So everybody's like recording at home. And Jaleel White recorded it like on an airplane.
Probably.
In an airplane cargo bay. Inside a suitcase.
All right, I guess that's it for today, guys. We like you. We hope you like us.
Oh. I have a Skeletor.
Oh, hello. Hi, Skeletor.
Of course. Is this for me? Am I the center of attention?
Is this for me?
You're always the center of attention.
Yes.
But I got this very expensive Skeletor. He's like a something.